Oh, God. Can't. Bugs. No, there's just bugs. Mm-hmm. No, it's just bugs, insects. Yes. Creatures, bugs. I'm trying to get away from the stuff you wanted to come out here for. Yeah, that. Yeah, I'm that guy. City mouse all day. What? Good. Just remember that next time I need a favor. I can't. Can't hear you? Oh my gosh. Your mic is on. Oh, Lord. I didn't think my mic was on. But they heard all that. This is an absolute mess. Oh my God. I don't even know how to turn my mic off. What's that? Yeah. Oh, well. Okay, so, all right. I'm trying to... No, she's not. Okay, so... Okay. Oh, this is awesome. All right, this is awesome. You can't see me, but yeah, I didn't even think you could hear me. Oh my God. Okay, Earl, can you hear me now?
Yep, loud and clear.
All right, I think I finally got it. Oh.
This is the best way to start our interview with good, positive laughter and energy. This is good.
Yep. 1 second. I'm putting in headphones so I can hear you better.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. This is... What? Yeah. Okay. Earl, can you still hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
All right, perfect. I think I got something. It's not perfect, but yay. Oh my God. Wow. So let me do this and then this. All right. There we go. Got it.
Good
okay,
money
so
right there.
Doesn't work at all. This works better. All right, everybody. Hi. This has already been an interesting morning. As you have no doubt heard, I did not know, for those of you watching on the replay, Oh my God. I have no idea what you heard, but I am not at my normal location. That's really what's going on. I am not at my normal location, and therefore, everything that I am used to, that I would prefer to do, would not be, as normal. So, and for those of you who don't know, that's Robert.
We're having fun today.
I don't know if they can hear you. I have no idea because
They can hear me. I'm close enough.
you're close enough. Okay, great. Anyway, that guy, he wanted to go somewhere that is not in the city, and I am a city mouse and cannot stand any insects whatsoever, like as in none. I had a better background earlier, which I'm sure you would have loved, but there were bugs and I had to go. Sorry. Yes. So if you see me like freak out today, it's because there's a bug. Yes, I am not afraid to freak out about bugs on a live stream with hundreds of you watching. It's completely fine. Doesn't bother me at all. So just know that. So, and in fact, if you too are like me and cannot stand insects, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up in the chat because I know I'm not the only one. So don't even play like, oh no, I don't mind bugs. I know there's at least one more of you out there, because yeah, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Anyway, today what we're going to do is we are going to talk to this fine gentleman right here, Mr. Earl Powell. How are you, sir?
I'm doing amazing.
I
Yourself?
can't hear you. There you go. Uh-oh. Was that a crazy delay or what?
I guess. I'm not sure. I hear you on time.
That is the craziest delay on the planet right there. Why is that happening? Okay, let me see if there's something on my end that I don't know about. Camera, mic, front, audio. Oh, huh. Okay. Hmm. Okay, hold on one second. I'm going to take this off and see actually the problem here. Because that was a crazy delay, sir. All right. Now let's try. Try that again.
Yeah, doing good, doing good.
Now I don't hear you at all. That's awesome. Like, not at all. Can you still hear me? You have to shake your head.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear
okay,
you loud and clear.
All right, so give me 1 second. Now I can't hear you, and it looks as though. Okay. This is not. Okay. Bluetooth. No. Okay. Yep, there was a bug near my head. Leave me alone. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna go the entire time. You please. Okay. But you can hear me. You can hear me right now. Why can't I hear you? Okay. I'm gonna have to go get another pair of headphones or something. Can you sit here, chill? I'll be right back. I got a backup pair of headphones. What up, bro?
Good. What's up, Rob?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Good. I'm actually just reading lips right now. I don't know if you got headphones plugged in or what the deal is. But you can hear me. I know that. We're in wine country today, folks. Paso Robles, Crowed Vineyards. This place is amazing. You need to come. I don't know where I'm looking. I have no idea where the camera is on this thing. Oh, there it is right there. This is going to be like one of the best live streams ever. So we did some wine tasting yesterday. It was wonderful. And set up by the fire. Poppy did some karaoke at about 2 a.m.
Hey.
They got crazy. I put my noise canceling headphones on and went to sleep. I wasn't having that. But anyways. Oh, we got a lot of folks on today. Abby, Rick, Donald, Jeremy. What's up, guys? Lorraine, Mary, good to see you. We do some more wine tasting today, too. But this is beautiful country. So since we're waiting for Jay, I'm gonna show you guys something good. So
let's do it.
A little walk, y'all. There we go. So he could have had this as his background, but he was afraid of the bugs. So hold up, we're gonna see this. This is gorgeous, people. All right, ready?
I lost it. Oh yeah, that's it.
Isn't that amazing?
Sick.
All right, come back now. He's back. Probably doesn't appreciate this. All right, here we go. I'm just keeping them entertained. That's it. We got to make sure you keep everyone on your live.
Well, they're prop right now. They're wondering like what's gonna happen next.
All right, now playing Fly Swatter. Ready?
Yes, please keep playing Fly Swatter. That's exactly what I need you to do. Okay, so it's connected. It says it's connected to a headphones, but which ones? If not, it says it's connected to these. Okay, Earl, say something.
Yep, I'm here. I lost a visual though.
What the heck? Okay, say something.
Yep, I'm here.
I don't understand. This is so frustrating. I can't hear them. Hold on. This is a rare bug in Safari that causes this. Try clicking this button. Go ahead.
I'm here, loud and clear.
Yes, got it. The freaking soft. Anyway, it's all good. Okay. How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing amazing. I'm doing great. This is the perfect start to an interview. I love it.
Well, in case you were ever wondering, what is it like when things don't go perfectly? So now you know. So I have with me, of course, the famous cards. Now they're different from they're different when I have another person on. So I've got a whole set of Would You Rather, and then I've got a whole set of that's just entitled. Oh my God, another bug. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing that a lot, I think. And a whole nother set that's entitled What the Heck. So we've got a What the Heck and a Would You Rather. They're both random, really strange questions from time to time. So just know that when someone types the word cash flow in the chat, that's what I'm gonna pull. Well, they're gonna have to tell me red or green because I have no idea, and we'll just kind of go from there. But what I want, let me talk to everybody here for a minute. Thank you for those of you who have stuck around for the crazy that has happened this morning. This is not normal, but this is what it is what it is. As I said earlier, I am, where am I? I don't even know where we are. We're in the country somewhere, some middle of cow country, California. That's all I can tell you. It's like 4 hours from home. And nonetheless, the short-term rentals still work. In fact, we're staying at one. That's exactly where we are at this particular place. Now, with that being said, for those of you joining us for the first time, my name is Jay, CEO of Cash Flow Diary. What we simply do is we help you, yes, you, become bigger, better as an entrepreneur. I don't care where you start. I just want to know where you want to finish. And my job is to help you get there. That is what we here do at Cash Flow Diary. So on Saturdays, we are talking to and interviewing those who have been inside of our circle, if you will, and getting their perspective and also getting to know all kinds of things about them by asking, in some cases, crazy questions, and in others, just the questions that you're typing in the chat. So if you've got something, go ahead and put it there, because myself as well as Earl, we both can see what you guys are typing in the chat. So if you type something, just let us know, or just put it there, and we will definitely kind of go from there. Now the goal today is, like I said, to help you take your next steps, just to understand what this business is like, but from a completely different perspective. And that's exactly why Earl is here. So Earl, first of all, thanks for your patience. Thanks for being here. And more importantly, tell the people a little bit about your background. How did you get started? Why short-term rentals? What industry? Because I think they'll like that part. What industry do you come from? And most importantly, why short-term rentals?
Oh, yeah, man. My pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me, Jay. I appreciate you. My background is I work at Southwest Airlines. I'm a ramp agent. I'm the guy driving on the AOA, putting bags making sure your bags make it on the plane safe and sound. We don't throw bags, we put them on the plane. So that's my career. That's what I've been for the last 12 years. Why short-term rentals, man? I've always been sort of an entrepreneur, but like halfway. I haven't really reached my aspirations as an entrepreneur. And early 2019, my buddy comes to me, and well, actually I came to him because I wanted to get into wholesaling because I knew real estate was the place to be if you wanted to gain wealth. So I come to him, he's wholesaling, he's doing good in wholesaling, and he brings up the 90-minute video, Jay, your 90-minute video. And he's like, check this out and tell me what you think.
That's funny.
Man, by the time I was done with that 90-minute video, I was like, this is it. I know that I feel it. It's in my heart. I got it. So after that, I was at the short-term rental summit in February of 2019.
Right.
And it was completely mind-blowing, awesome. I could tell by how it was more than I expected. That's what really locked me in, is I thought I was just going to get the basics, but you had the systems from inside out. And it was just ridiculous. And within a year and a half, I've acquired 5 units in a little over a year and a half, 5 units in Venice Beach, California. And, you know, we're super excited. The team, I think the team went from just me and my mom to me, my mom. We got a virtual assistant now. We got handyman. We got cleaners. It's like the game is way larger than I really expected it, and I'm really a professional because of the cash flow team, and I appreciate you.
I appreciate the fact that you are willing to take on life. I mean, honestly, there's not enough of us, in my opinion, who are willing to believe, because that's what you had to bring to the table. You had to believe, and that belief then transforms into the actions and results that you are currently seeing. Because again, I can give anybody a car, or you can use a spoon, you can use a bowl. These are all systems. They're designed to do something. But if you don't believe that spoon will actually bring food to your mouth, you'll never eat. And you did. You chose to. And sometimes that is the hardest part. So, and that's actually something I want to center in for a second. There are a number of people who have a W-2 existing job. They've been doing it for decades, and they are having trouble believing something better is possible for them. Now, they may have been forced to examine it right now because maybe they got unemployed or something of that nature, furlough, etc. But they still having trouble believing that something better could be possible, so they're waiting for another job. What do you think it was that made you different, that gave you the ability to believe?
Man, Jay, that's a great question. I've always been hungry, and I've always wanted to have more, and I felt like I just needed to know how. I just needed to find a belief. And what gave me the belief was that I've never seen such structure and the insides of an operation that is successful. Like, okay, I see the ins and the outs. This works, and why can't I make it work? I've always done everything I've done hard. I just was doing the wrong things hard. So I figured if I put my abilities towards something that works, why can't I win?
You know, I approach things with that very same concept. I've often told people from stage or wherever that, look, we can learn to play any game. And we often do, but we have to be taught the rules. And if you're not taught the rules, then there's a problem. And more and worse, here's the biggest thing that I see, is that a lot of people are playing the wrong game. The game they think they're playing is not actually the game that's happening. So when it comes down to, you're in a position to where you can still compare the two, we'll call it lifestyles, ways of thought. What have been some of the most transformative things that you've experienced as you go through the process and become the operator that you are today?
I feel like that I'm actually getting to be who I was created to be. As a W-2 employee, you kind of go by instructions and directions, and you just follow the plan, the blueprint. And, it doesn't steer too far off of you making decisions for yourself or anything. It's all laid out for you. You do this at this time, that at that time, and that's it. You go home, you kiss the baby, and you call it a day.
You said kiss the baby.
Hey, kiss the baby.
Yes.
As an entrepreneur, it's like, I've gained so much knowledge from the cash flow team. I feel like I am an expert, because everybody who talks to me, when I speak to them, they look at me different because I'm educated in what I do, and I'm able to teach somebody. And I think really that's what I was put on earth to do, is to give. And I don't feel it as a W-2 employee. I didn't have much to give, but as an entrepreneur and learning all of this information and being able to give, it's been the best feeling for me.
Got it. Okay, got it. So I figured this out. We have our first cash flow, and because it's on YouTube, we're going to pull from the red, and then when it comes from Facebook, we'll pull from the green ones. So that's what we'll do. So here's the first. No, I'm not. Oh my God. What is this? No. Oh my God.
Don't worry.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was. Let's just say I'm skipping those. Okay, here we go. Here's this one is good. Have your most embarrassing photos posted on Facebook or accidentally fall in public and have it go viral. Which would you rather?
Oh, give me the options again. I'm sorry.
Your most embarrassing photo published on Facebook or fall in public and have that video go viral.
Either one of them aren't that bad for me. It really, so it's either or. But I'd fall in public for the laughs. You know what I mean? That'd probably be the better laugh for everybody if I went viral. Then I could totally use it as branding.
Yes, every entrepreneur that I've asked that one to, that's what they say. They're like, I'll take the video and I can use it as some sort of branding and or. You put some ads on it, something. They turn it into a profit center, and I think it's amazing. So that's good. Awesome. Okay. Let's get back down to business. Now, there's a transition point for a lot of individuals. There's that first one, right? There's the you go to work, you get your good grades, you do your thing, but then comes the day, or it's time to take action, and you got to get the first one. What I would love to know is, what was that transition like specifically for you? Like, how were you able to put yourself in a position to where you could make that happen?
Man, it's that's a good question. I say that a lot of it is the thing that's stopping you is the fear of the unknown. And you've got to kind of back yourself into this corner on what's important and what's not. And I always look at my kids, and it's like, okay, so if I was talking to my son right now, what would I tell him? And if you're in this situation, what advice would I give my son? What would I tell my daughter? And it's like, you know what? Now I'm talking to myself. Let's go get it. Because you would like them to listen to yourself. You should listen to yourself.
Yes. That is the essence. I mean, for those of you wondering why I got like so animated right there, one of the many reasons that we do what we do, one of the reasons Cashflow Diaries started is because I wanted to make sure that there was a documentation, there was a record for my kids of what it is that we had done, because we had the fortune of doing a lot of real estate at a very young age, all this other stuff. But more important than that, I kept thinking about my kids asking me one day, or saying to me, or me saying to them, hey, you can be whatever you want to be. I never wanted to be that father where they could say, well, but Dad, you didn't try.
Right.
And you just nailed it right there, because that's like everything. Like, yeah, there is now evidence that they can see. It's like clear, it's here. I did. Maybe it worked out, maybe it didn't, maybe it went somewhere great. Who knows? Doesn't matter. What matters is I I didn't waste my shot. Sorry. Hamilton references are likely to happen. as we continued. I'm just gonna put that there. Okay, so we've got a question from Donald. He says, how much pushback did you get from, I'm assuming from who, the naysayers, or how did you overcome that resistance?
Wow, Donald, that's a good question as well. I've never really been a fan of anybody's opinion who wasn't on board or coming with positive energy. So I always use it as fuel. It's just like, I believe in it, and you've shown me no reason not to believe in myself and what I'm going through. So I'm just gonna go forward and push 110% and prove you and anybody else who shares the same views wrong.
Yeah, I can relate. That's exactly how I got started, because we were starting with, credit score of 398, squatting and bank owned property, all that stuff. The one thing I heard constantly was what I could not do. I would ask, hey, how do you do this? And someone would want to ask, well, do you have credit? Do you have this? And I'd tell them, but then they would tell me, oh, you can't do that. Okay, great. But how do you do this thing? I'm not, let's pretend that the thing that you see as an obstacle, let's pretend that it's not there. And if it wasn't there, what would be my next step? And I started learning to help other people get around what they perceived as my obstacle. Let my obstacle be mine. I can get around it. Just give me the next step. And and then it became, honestly, I started taking things from crowds live. That's literally what I would do. Someone would tell me, oh, you got lucky, or you can't do that. Oh, really? Got it. Anybody got a phone? I would do it right there. I bought two apartment buildings that way, because it was crazy, because they said I couldn't do it. And I'm like, well, let's see. Let's see if you're right. And there are many times where that becomes the fuel. So I now have a question for you, though. I know at some point it becomes more than that. It'll transform. That desire will become more than just something. Like, and for us, once it was no longer about food and eating, I had to go find something that kept making it worth the sacrifice and getting up and growing and all the things. What do you think what's there for you that's beyond the let me show you I've got something to prove?
I think it's the legacy of my family, myself, the ones that came before me, my children, my children's children. Is we were put on this earth to evolve and be greater than the last generation. So I want to put my foot forward and with a major stamp, so that my kids have all the tools and resources to be greater than I am. And I want them to be proud of that and know that, I carried the torch onto them.
Yeah, totally understood. I agree 100%. Okay, so you can thank Donte for this one. Let's see what we got. Okay.
I'm scared. I just want to throw that out there right now.
This one. Well, I'll take a picture of the other ones that were there, and I'll send them to you after, and you'll be like, thank you, Jay. All right, so this one says, would you rather be able to record your thoughts or your dreams while you sleep? That's interesting. Would you rather be able to record your thoughts, or would you rather be able to record your dreams while you sleep?
Okay, so I think I'd rather be able to record my thoughts, just because my dreams, I don't remember my dreams, but they say that you do dream. No matter whether you remember them or not, you do dream. Right. I don't remember my dreams. So that's interesting too. Like, I probably want to know what my dreams are. If I could know them, that I know what I don't know, that would be cool too. But I'd like to record my thoughts so that I can go back and analyze and dig deep and understand myself better.
On that point, when it comes to understanding yourself better, I've often said you will not out-earn your personal growth. Has that been true for you? Do you understand yourself better? Is there anything to that, in your opinion, now based upon what you've experienced thus far?
Man, I feel like I've grown so much since joining the team. There's like an abundance of knowledge and information and growth been going on at the same time. It's almost it almost feels like it's too much. It's like, oh my God, like how do you hold on to everything? You know what I mean? Like it feels like some stuff is going in and coming out. Like I need to find a way to keep it in. But to answer the question, I think that I feel like I got a little far away from the question
No,
I
it's
don't remember
okay. It happens. It's just about out earning your personal growth. Like, have you
Gotcha.
grown? Are you the same Earl? Like, if you think about the Earl 18, 19, 20 months ago and the one that's here today,
man.
Is that the same guy?
No way. No way, because I know from myself, even if nobody told me, I know it, but it's just the way that people come for me for information and the way that people, want to know my opinion on certain things. It's like, oh, I'm growing, and I'm addicted to that feeling that I have something to give.
Right? Oh, man, yes, exactly. And okay, so on that point, when someone comes to you now, do you feel like is it more of an obligation? Is it an opportunity? Is it a gift to be able to give something? Or what goes through what is that experience for you?
I'm excited. I'm excited. It brings me joy, and I just want to, I just want to do it right. I don't want to tell them what my opinion is. I want to help them come to their own conclusions with what I have to give, and let them make their own decision. It's just a dance that I'm working on continuously, trying to perfect, helping others figure it out for themselves, even when they come to me for the answers. And I learned that from you, because I've asked you a lot of questions, and I felt like you were answering my questions, but you're allowing me to grow and be myself, and I'm doing the same for others.
Yes. Some people get upset with me on that, but I don't care, because at the end of the day, I am trying to help you evolve and learn how, because if you can learn how to learn, that was one of the things one of my mentors told me. He's like, you know what your secret is? I'm like, no, tell me. He's like, your secret is that you've learned how to learn. And I'm like, oh, thanks. I didn't know what that meant then. Anyway, and that's the thing that I think honestly gives me an edge in the marketplace, is that I've learned how to learn and be able to take things in quickly. And I'm like, I've tried to step many individuals through, because if you know how to read your own tea leaves, you won't need me. You'll know what your business needs to do, because at some point I'm not going to be here, not because I don't want to be here, but because I'm not going to be here, and you need to know how to operate independently. And I think we all want that. Now, as there's something I'm gonna go back, like towards the beginning. There's a phrase you kept using, and I'm gonna try to get it right, when you were referring to being able to see and understand and hear the inner workings of everything. That I forgot the phrase that you used, but I was curious, as it was something to the line that you could see on the inside and you saw how everything worked. But why is that important for you? Why has that been necessary, or a part of a thing that's a part of your transformation? Because again, we struggle trying to tell people, like, hey, this is what it is. And you brought up something just now that no one has mentioned before. So I'm actually curious, like, wow, why was that helpful?
Yeah, I feel that so you named one of your courses the Blueprint, and I think you did that for a reason. And for a kid like me, well, I'm not a kid anymore, but a guy like me, I was grown up just seeing big businesses from the outside and just like, oh, I want that. And it's different when you say, I want something, and you see it from the outside, it looks good, but to see how much work and structure and time and all the pieces of the puzzle that go together to make it actually happen, it can be intimidating. It can be scary, but at the same time, it's like, now I know this is how it's done. Like it's something to want it, but to know how to do it and see the steps in front of you, it feels great. And I feel like I've been blind my whole time, my whole life, just chasing the things that I want from the outside, instead of now I have something from the inside that I can grow it and build it and see the inner workings. It's something I've never had before.
Interesting. Okay, got it. Okay, we'll take that. I would totally take that. Now, when it comes to running the short-term rentals yourself, you said you're in Southern California. Obviously, we got sunshine all the time because hey, California. But what has that been like when it comes down to the guests? Like, are you targeting any specific market, type of person, or what's how has that been? And I'm gonna go with a pre-COVID answer and then a
Right.
post-COVID answer because I know there's a shift there.
Yeah, the pre-COVID answer would be, man, in Venice, California, heavy on the traveler, the vacation travelers coming in from all over the world, international travel, all over the United States travel. It was very rare we got somebody from Los Angeles. Like none of our guests were from Los Angeles, and it was great, and great people. You get to experience different cultures, the language barrier, the everything, and it was awesome. And then when COVID hit, it was like, okay, they can't come anymore. What are we gonna do?
Right.
So, so we had to pivot, and thankfully you were there for us. The cash flow team was there for us, and it made that transition smooth. I mean, I would have never thought to go after active duty military. You know what I mean? The traveling nurses and insurance companies placing displaced families, and those have kept us afloat and helped us, have hope for the future and be excited and get through these hard times. And along with the local travelers that we take now, we didn't get local travelers before. Now we got a ton of them, but
Exactly.
it's been good.
So now I know how everyone knows how I feel, but if someone comes to you and say, "Oh, so you do Airbnb," what do you say?
Man, that one makes my stomach turn, and it's like, okay, why do you ask? And that's the first thing. Why do you ask that? What makes you say that to me? Why would you say such a thing? But yeah, it's no, we don't run an Airbnb business. We do a lot of marketing throughout the internet on multiple platforms. We even have yard signs, direct bookings.
Oh, that's right. I remember that sign.
Everything. And so it's not an Airbnb business. And once I break it down and explain the ins and outs and how we operate, I ask them at the end of the question, do you still think this is an Airbnb business? And nobody's ever told me that it is.
Yeah, and it was one of those things. I was half poking fun because I knew what the answer was, but it was more
right.
It's just one of those things because there's so much more to the business, and I am still hearing people like, "Oh, isn't Airbnb dead? What happened?" I mean, travel now, and to your point though, travel's down, yes, but the need for housing remains. And that's the part that I think many people skip over, and we just forget that that's there. Now, you mentioned a couple of different types of individuals that you're serving now. Do you now that you know that that's there? I'm curious to hear. So let's say 6 months, 8 months, whatever from now, next summer, things are quote unquote back to the way they were. What do you do? What does your business look like? Do you say, okay, great, awesome, that was great, I'm just going to focus on the international travelers again, or what do you think happens?
That's a good question. I've asked myself that as well, and I want to be able to serve both. I want to be able to serve everybody. I think there's enough room for me to do both, and only time will tell how the systems will work out. I'll have to tweak some things, and you'll be there to help me through it. But I'm pretty sure I feel good. We can still work with both.
I agree, and that's actually something I've been thinking a lot about recently too. Is like, now that we quote unquote figured this part out, it's like, now we're going to be stronger. That means we're going to need more units. So
yeah,
that is just where it is, because there's a lot of people who still are like, they don't see the benefits there. But when you've worked with the landlords that you've worked with, what have been some of the things that they have said? Why does it work for them?
Oh man, my landlords, if they don't tell me, they show it. They love me because it's after we sign the lease, we don't have any conversation until it's time to sign the lease again. So I mean, who wouldn't want that?
Right.
That's pretty amazing. And then I work with two landlords, and that's how the approach is with one of the landlords I work with, and the other one he actually considers me his business partner just because I feel I make it that easy on him, and he's like, you know what, if you just let me know when and where you wanna get another building, I'm right there with you. So I think they love it.
Yeah, I know, right? I've heard, and for those of you who are wondering, like, what does that mean? What he's saying is, oftentimes the right landlords, when you're working with them, when they understand what you're doing, they will say at some point, "Hey, if you know of another building, another house, another whatever that you want to do this at, let me know. I'll go buy it." And that's literally what they're saying. That
Yep.
happens a ton. That happens a ton. So now, for fun, tell us about one of the absolute worst guest experiences you've had so far, because I know that there's a ton of people who want to not only know that, but they're afraid of that. And I got a follow-up question after you tell the story.
Yeah, for sure. I got slapped in the face when I stopped following the systems because I thought that I knew. I thought I knew something, or I was just being lazy. I tried to cut corners, but
It's all good.
it was in the mix of the transformation of when we were going for nightly stays to the they had the short-term rental ban in Venice to where we went 30 plus day stays. So the first thing I did was I went on Furnish Finders, and the first guest that I got, I was excited. I was like, oh, the 30 days does work. I'm just gonna let her come in and we're gonna get this started. It works both ways. This is awesome. So she paid with a cashier's check.
Oh, no.
Cashier's check 2 months, two or 3 months in advance. She paid 3 months rent. So I thought I had an awesome tenant. We get to the 4th month, and I'm like, okay, we need the rent, and I believe we did a lease for 6 months. So I was like, okay, it's time for the 4th month's rent. She just stalled me out, ghosted me. Couldn't hear from her. Hardest person to get next to her. So, following the system, I check my Vivint cameras. Man, I go back in days. She's got all kind of guests in there. She's got pets in there. She's pretty much got a petting zoo. She's bringing in all kind of animals. I'm like, oh, this is horrible. So I got to go to the one where I got to evict her. I get the eviction process started. She's trying to talk me. She's a professional squatter, she's done this before. I'm not sure, but she's gassing me up. She's telling me she's going to pay. She's trying to get me to start the eviction process all over. She's giving me every trick in the book, and I'm a rookie. So I'm not falling for a lot of it, but she's got me right now. I'm hurt. So she gets me for about 3 extra months of rent. And thank God she got out of there. But when she got out of there, she was letting the dogs pee all over the place. They were doodling all I had to get rid of stuff. She ruined my place, got me for 3 months rent. It was follow the systems, guys. Follow the systems.
Yes. And that's exactly, wow. I didn't. Yes. Okay. So that's clearly what you learned from that experience. And here's my follow-up question. Even though that happened, is it still worth it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a part. It's like I had my daughter yesterday. I'm riding her around her block on a roller skate. She's just learning how to roller skate and everything. She supposed to fell like 10 times. We was only outside for 20 minutes. She fell like 10 times, and the neighbor's like, "Oh, she's on the ground." I'm like, "It's okay. It's a part of the process." So that's how I look at it. It's a part of the process. How do you? I think this is what I learned from you. Every master was a disaster. So I need to hurry up and get it out of my system.
Yeah, right. Fail fast, fail forward, fail frequently. If it's gonna be there, might as well just let's go. Okay, cool. Got that out of the way. Won't do that ever again. And
Right.
next. So that's perfect, sir. So for those that have been watching, I would love for you to tell them your URL, because I'm sure if they want to come over to Venice, they want to have a nice place to stay. That way they can type that in the chat. And then
Yes, yes.
any last things, any last words that you want to share with everybody before we wrap up today?
Yeah, N&M Ventures is our company, and we're based out of Venice, California. Come visit us. It's www.nmventures.net. Once again,
Got
that's
it.
www.nmventures.net. We're in Venice, California. Tell your friends, tell your families, and come visit us. We're going to take care of you, man. We do it right. I appreciate you, Jay. Thank you for having me on, and salute to you and everything that you're doing.
Thanks, sir. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you for making the time, because at the end of the day, there is literally no me without you, because it's why I get up, is to create entrepreneurs and to help them get better at it. I just appreciate you, like I said, taking life on and making it happen. So you definitely have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that's how we do it on a Saturday. And for those of you who are wondering, we will also be back, yes, tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific time on Sunday. So what that means is, hey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Make sure that you are ready to receive, because we've got more to give. That's just really how it rolls. At the end of the day, though, it is our pleasure to be there, to serve you, to help you in all the ways that we can. And I definitely would just want to say thanks for each of you taking the time, for clicking, for sharing, and in fact, especially those of you on YouTube. If you know that you heard something, saw something, felt something today that assisted you, even in a tiniest little bit, hit that like button too, because that like button over there on YouTube is really powerful and tells YouTube, hey, send this to other people. And we would have definitely appreciate that. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you earn nothing, as in zero. You earn 100% of zero from those properties that you don't earn, the ones that you don't control, from the skill sets that you do not gain. You've heard me say it before. In fact, I'm probably not the only one that you've heard say that now's the perfect time to add more skill sets to your bag, to your repertoire. Here's why. Because as the world turns and changes, what we must do is become more valuable. And the way that we do that is to create more value by using our skills. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun talking to you guys today. I look forward to talking to you soon. Until next time.